Imagine blinking and losing 4 hours instantly. That is the terrifying magic of modern anesthesia. It is not sleep. It is a chemical coma that brings you closer to death than you have ever been. Before 1846, surgery was pure torture. Speed was the only mercy a surgeon could offer a patient. Best surgeons could amputate a leg in under 3 minutes, but the pain was always fully present. Then came ether, a mysterious vapor that turned agony into nothingness. The world changed forever. Today, we use propofol. It looks like milk, but it acts like a switch for your consciousness. Once it enters your veins, it rushes to the brain and blocks the signals that say, "I am here." You don't dream, you don't feel time pass, you simply cease to exist for a while. In sleep, your brain is active. In anesthesia, the electrical storm in your head goes silent. The anesthesiologist is not just a doctor. They are the pilot of a plane that is constantly falling. Their job is to keep you hovering right on the edge of life and death without crossing over. But how does it actually work? Shockingly, science still doesn't have the full answer. We know that it works, but the exact molecular mechanism remains one of biology's greatest mysteries. The leading theory involves GABA receptors. Think of them as the brakes of your brain. Anesthetics boost these brakes, flooding neurons with negative charge and making it hard for them to fire. It's like turning down the master volume on your consciousness until everything goes silent. Crucially, it disrupts communication. The thinking parts of your brain stop talking to the sensing parts. Your body still sends pain signals, but they hit a wall before reaching the part of you that cares. You are effectively disconnected from your own body, a localized computer crash inside your skull. It is not a gentle shutdown. It is a forced system error that we carefully maintain. Modern anesthesia is rarely just one drug. It's a cocktail designed for 3 goals: unconsciousness, pain relief, and paralysis. The paralysis part is vital. We use powerful muscle relaxants derived from curare, an arrow poison. Without them, your body would reflexively jerk and fight during surgery, even if you were unconscious. But this cocktail leads to the ultimate nightmare scenario: anesthesia awareness. This happens when the paralytic works perfectly, but the unconsciousness drug fails. You are awake. You can hear the surgeons talking, but you cannot move a single muscle to alert them. And in the worst cases, you can feel everything. Patients describe hearing horrific conversations or feeling the first cut before passing out again. Fortunately, it is extremely rare, occurring in roughly 1 or 2 out of every 19,000 surgeries, usually due to equipment failure or a difficult intubation letting gas escape. But for those who experience it, the psychological trauma can last a lifetime. We now have brain monitors trying to detect waking patterns, but they aren't perfect. In the past, doctors would isolate one forearm from the paralytic drug so the patient could move a hand to signal distress. The fear of the silent scream is one that keeps anesthesiologists awake at night. Speaking of resistance, some of you are genetically harder to knock out than others. I'm looking at you, redheads. The genetic mutation that gives you red hair, the MC1R gene, affects more than just pigment. Studies show redheads may need up to 20% more anesthesia to stay under. The mutation inadvertently changes how your pain receptors interact with drugs in the brain. It is an old wives' tale that turned out to be scientifically true. Drug use, age, and natural tolerance also play huge roles. This makes dosing an art form. It is a personalized guessing game with high stakes. Give too little, and the patient wakes up in hell. Give too much, and they never wake up at all. The future is personalized medicine, tailored to your unique genetic blueprint. When surgery ends, the gas is turned off, but waking up is not like flipping a light switch. Your brain has to cold boot, and it is a chaotic process. Different brain regions come back online at different times, completely out of sync. Welcome to the recovery room fog, also known as anesthesia delirium. Patients often wake up thrashing, crying uncontrollably, or trying to fight the nurses. This is because your frontal lobe, your brain's filter and logic center, is usually the last part to wake up. Thankfully, the drugs also cause amnesia. You likely won't remember your embarrassing performance. Then comes the hangover. Nausea and vomiting are incredibly common side effects. The strangest part is the sense of lost time. It wasn't blackness, it was simply nothing. It can take hours, sometimes days, for the chemical fog to fully lift from your mind. We are now looking beyond surgery. Could anesthesia hold the key to long-distance space travel? Scientists are studying how to induce a state of human hibernation using drugs similar to anesthetics. Slowing down metabolism could allow humans to sleep for months on voyages to Mars and beyond. But suspending life raises profound ethical and biological questions we cannot yet answer. For now, anesthesia remains a daily miracle we take for granted. It is a terrifying dance with death, mastered by science to preserve life. A controlled oblivion that allows us to fix the broken parts of ourselves. Your body is a complex machine, and we are just reading the manual. Subscribe now to not miss the next system update.